there existed a little girl known to the world as Little Red Riding Hood.
I know what you're thinking. That old fairy tale, I've heard it a million times.
But I guarantee you've never heard it told like this before.
You see, over the centuries, theater has changed a lot. So we thought it might be fun to take a familiar story, like Little Red Riding Hood, to show you just how much it has changed.
So sit back and get ready for the total experience of Totally Red!
Around the turn of the century, melodrama was very popular. It was light and innocent, filled with the wrath of villains and the triumph of heroes. The plots always had many twists and secrets, which the characters share with the audience using an acting technique known as the aside. During the aside, the actor delivers a short soliloquy, expressing his thoughts or revealing a secret, while other actors on stage ceased all action.
Something tells me all is not right with this script. Surely the director did not have given all the parts to one actor. Am I right? We shall see.
Certain things were consistent in every melodrama. The heroine always got in trouble because of her innocence and naivete, and the villain always tricked everyone with his cunning.
This villain is tricking everyone with her cunning. I distinctly remember rehearsing those lines. Shall I stand idly by and suffer this injustice? I shan't, I shan't. Cease, you overrated scene stealer. Those are my lines. You shan't have them.
What spirit, but nothing will make me relinquish center stage. I'll never give you back your lines.
Hold it right there. There, everyone. I'm stage manager here, and I say return those lines and you're a third.
Caught in the middle of the act. Curses! I've been recast!
And in the end, the hero always came to the rescue and saved the girl. Now enjoy the scene between the big bad wolf, disguised as Granny, and Little Red Riding Hood, as it might have been seen in America in the 1890s. We call it The Perils of Being Misread.
Or meeting a wolf in the woods for the trip.
Gadzooks, now to begin my dirty work. Who is it?
It's your dear sweet granddaughter, Little Red Riding Hood.
This will be like taking candy from a baby, or in this case, goodies from a goody-goody. Come in, Little Red.
But Granny, aren't you going to say, how do I know it's really you, then peek through the peephole like you usually do?
I must not let us suspect my true identity. How do I know it's really you?
Just peek through the peephole and you'll see my red cape.
Egad, what a simpleton. What a good idea. Come in, my child.
Hello, Granny dear. I must be brave and cheerful. I must not let on how worried I am about her failing health. I brought you some goodies.
What took you so long? I expected you 20 minutes ago.
Something tells me all is not as it seems. Am I right? Only time will tell. Really, Granny? I didn't know you knew I was coming.
Gadzooks, this calls for fast thinking on my part. I'm your grandmother, and grandmothers are very wise, and I know as soon as your mother heard I was ill, she would send my precious little red with a basket full of goodies.
That's amazing!
Come closer, dear.
Oh, Granny, I don't think Mother knows how sick you really are.
What?
Oh, Granny.
What?
Oh, Granny, what big ears you have.
I beg your pardon?
The old girl must be hard of hearing despite the size of her ears. I said, what big ears you have, Granny.
Oh, better to hear you with, my dear.
And Granny, what big eyes you have.
Better to see you with, my dear.
And Granny, what a big mouth you have.
Better to eat you with, my dear.
You're not my Granny. be my friend. How could you do this to me?
I'll tell you why he did it, miss. He was hoping to get Granny's goodies for himself. I was delivering wood to Granny's and heard him talking about his sinister plot. I waited outside for the exact moment to catch him in the act. You should really stop talking to yourself.
This is a pretty kettle of fish.
You snake! I wish I were a man so I could give you the thrashing you deserve.
What spirit? Dare I ask to walk her home? My name is Woody. Woody the Woodsman.
How brave and stalwart. If only he would ask to walk me home. I'm Red Riding Hood.
Let's go, you.
Curses, the game is up.
May I have the honor of escorting you home, Miss Hood?
Why, thank you kindly, Mr. Woodsman.
Call me Woody. Did anyone ever tell you you have a great laugh?
Hello? Is anybody out there? Hello? I seem to be locked in the closet. Hello? Oh my. One of the most renowned playwrights of all time was William Shakespeare. He wrote in a poetic style that could make even the most mundane subjects sound beautiful.
During the Elizabethan period, women were not allowed on stage. Often the roles were played by young boys. We would now like to recreate the style of theater as we present the scene between Little Red Riding Hood
Frailty! The name is woman!
and the Big Bad Wolf.
The devil has the power to assume a pleasing shape.
One may smile and smile but still be a villain.
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
Brevity is the soul of bliss.
To place the thing. Alack!
We now present
Much Ado About Red.
Allow me.
I thank thee, kind sir, and beg thy forgiveness. I had not counted on walking upon my legs as well as thine. How goes it on your account?
Alas, 'tis well with me, fair maid. Do not concern yourself on my account, for I counted not thee as I lay prone under yon tree. And is it fair with thee? For fair thou seem to me.
Fair? If thou dost find just fair,
What comely hood you display,
'tis of the hand of my grandmother.
and the hand of fate that hath graced you with such a relative.
I will tell thee you spoke well of her, for well she is not, and thy words will cheer her.
Thou art kind, and thy kindness maketh me blush.
Nay, good sir, 'tis kindness well deserved. What bringeth thee to these woods?
Perchance to meet someone as fair as you. 'Tis truth I say you, solitude doth not give good counsel.
As to thee, hast thou no friends to speak of?
Speak of, speak with, nay. Hast thou ever spoken to a squirrel? 'Tis squirrely speech at best.
Solitude is oft my counsel too.
Would thou replace me for thy solitude?
'Twould be an honor to call thee friend. How say you then? Shall we be friends? And if we shall, then start we now?
What call thee, friend?
I am called Red Riding Hood.
And I am known as Lou. So, friend, on what matter shall we speak?
Wouldst thou not say 'tis a beautiful day?
'Tis verse.
What says that?
Wouldst thou not say say 'tis a beautiful day. 'Tis worse.
Sir, thou dost speak truth.
What have you in this basket?
Many wondrous things. There is, and upon my honor, I do not know.
Shall we peek?
'Twould not be unfitting. There is a leg of mutton, bread pudding, mincemeat pie, and many wondrous pastries. Would that you could know my grandmother.
Would that I could. Why say I nay? I shall meet you when my business is concluded. Where shall we meet?
In the lovely house just beyond the woods.
The one with the roses on the trellis?
Aye, 'tis the one.
When the hour hath passed.
Till we meet anon, friends.
I may be ill.